going on YouTube? Doom bringing you Full Fives number 66, Retro Spammers Part 5, and I'll be using Dom as opposed to Baird, ranked King of the Hill on Raven Down, and this is the same group from the Dry Dock All Nashers game, which was Part 4, and this was from the same night that we'd played them. Unfortunately, I didn't get the game audio, but I thought I'd do a commentary instead, just to kind of catch up with everyone and all that. Thanks again to all the subscribers. You guys have been just phenomenal on that. So I kind of wanted to give back and to upload more content. I have about 10 or so episodes remaining of Full Fives that are quality, whether they be all Nashers or anything goes like it is right here. So be that as it may, probably do an episode every other day. I'd like to do one every day, but I'm thinking it's more going to be every other day. I'll try to put the new one as the featured video for the channel, just so you guys can see there's an update to that. And so I'm always down for suggestions if you want to see a particular map. If you think that there's too much Raven, check out whatever, Slab, any of them. I do have a couple on Mercy, some all Nashers, so I mean, whatever you want to see, I'll try to put up. But anyways, on to the gameplay. Pretty much, as I'd already indicated, this was a game that was anything goes. But that doesn't mean that we're going to stoop to their level and use retros. I think only one person was using a retro on our side, and I think like 4 of them were using it on theirs for majority of the game. I think he was using Lancer for a little while. I don't know if that changes or not. But you know, the biggest thing you want to do against a group that retro spams is that you want to keep your distance and yet put damage on them so that it forces them to have to outgun your teammates, which they're not always able to do. And you gotta watch the ring, like the perimeter of the ring, if you've got the hill control. Really, there's only a couple good breaking points on this one. You really need a good Nasher setup in order to kind of break either edge, which they haven't really exhibited. So we know we could just zone out by the grenade areas, and they can't break through that without an Asher. So that's just a couple tips there. Ideally, at this point in the game, like you want to just rotate your players such that you've always got a double team or triple team on breakers. And this is kind of the Wolfpack mentality that we bring that I don't think that they were ready for. So bit of the trash talk that's going on between the two groups was that one of them claims that I never upload losses or anything like that. I really don't care to, but for the record, I have uploaded probably 4 or 5, but they were good games, so I uploaded them. I'm not somebody that's not going to upload a game just because I lose or something. If it's a good game, I'll put it up. But if it's just for someone to prove that they beat us or beat me or whatever, I really don't care too much. If it's a retro coward that claims that they beat me, so be it. More than likely, it was the weapon that did most of the work. So just to clear that up, it's really the only pending thing I have to clear up. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Get you to the rest of the game here. We're up 128-0, and it's pretty much on cruise control for now. So I'll get into just the future of the channel and what I'll be kind of trying to post. Again, I'd already alluded to it earlier, but to kind of be more consistent with uploading, I'm going to try next couple days to get a couple more up there and give everyone something different to watch. I might try and do once a month just a different game, just to put it up on like a Sunday or something, just to give something else a chance. But my main focus on this channel, the vision that I have with this channel, has always been a full fives mentality. Whether it be there's only 2 of us versus 5 of them and we win, even if we lose, if it's that they're struggling, more for your entertainment, that they would almost lose to 2 people. From the onset of when this game came out, I'd always been more of like a competitive / public player. It's not Gears 3 competitive. I don't know if that's just something you can just jump into, but we've played a lot of competitive people. The previous video that I had as my main video trailer was against some competitive guys that were pretty good. We had almost 100-point lead on them on Clock Tower, but we just didn't. There's just certain mistakes that happen on connection-based tournaments, like connection-based things that really wouldn't happen on LAN as much, I don't think. You know, some people when they roll, they like double take and they cling the wall again, and I don't know, there's just some weird stuff that just happens online, but for the most part, gameplays like that are exciting, they're fun. I like to upload them whenever I've been given the chance. I think I put up a gameplay or 2 like that on Judgment as well, tournament gameplay. I'm really about tournaments as well. I mean, that is another thing I really wanted to put up there. We were actually invited to participate in a Gears 3 tournament, but I don't know what came of that, because every time I'd go and talk to whoever was setting it up, it was pretty much that it couldn't be done today or couldn't be done this week. And so if you guys were looking forward to that, I'm definitely going to try and get some good tournament gameplays for the next Gears of War game. Like, that's what I think, to kind of close the chapter on Gears. Like, I don't know if that's going to be the last final defining game, but if I get another 100 or 200 or even 300 full fives episodes from that game, what's going to define the series, I think, is the final installment of Gears. If that's what it is, then there's going to be more teams for us to catch. There's going to be more different maps to choose from and to upload. And I want to be one of the first ones to have just a ridiculous amount of gameplays against full teams. I think there's some channels out there with like 100 max, but I think to get to that higher plateau, it's going to take the new Gears game to do that. So that's kind of the future of this channel. I want to recognize subscriber support as much as I can. Maybe I'll do like a channel shout out, or somehow coordinate if you have a really good gameplay against a 5, you end up winning and there's a bunch of trash talk or something that they're trying to do to either a solo player or just only a couple people. I would be glad to somehow help in that, because I believe I believe in this community. There's some bad apples, kind of like the retro spammers, but for the most part, I believe in the community, that there's actually some really good people, some really good gamers out there that just want to have a good time and to play the game the right way. And that's what I would want to recognize. So I'm always down for ideas on that. Ideas just in general, what I could do for the channel. But my main vision, something that I'm not really going to change on, is to get as many team uploads as I can. And I think that's what's defined my channel and set it apart from the rest, is that I'm willing to put up gameplays against some of the toughest teams, and no matter really how I do, you know, maybe my aim's off that day or whatever, but if it's a win and it's against a team that, you know, does like what these people do, I'm going to put it up there for people to see. So if you run into them yourself, you kind of already know how to beat them. And obviously the Nasher deficiency will show when you play teams like this. So that's what I want to expose, and that's what I want to give you guys a heads up on, is if you're joining a quick match, you're running into people like this. They're used to getting their way, to bullying people around with their retro. And if you don't let them get that advantage on you, If you win the game because of just your technique and just being smart, there's not much that they can do other than complain about you using Nasher or whatever. So just do that, bring the Doom, and just call it a day. Chainsaw people in the doorway. That's what I like to do. Just totally just, these people just don't have a chance, and that's what you want to give the mentality of. So we're gonna wrap up this video and everything, and this would have been some of the great audio to get, but next upload is probably gonna be Mercy full fives, all Nashers, or perhaps I think I've got a couple other good ones on like Checkout or Slab or one of those maps. Thanks again for watching. I know it's been a little while. Thanks for everyone hanging in there. We're going to get back on track here.